To be recorded. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. If they come in, that's great. If not, then I want to go ahead and welcome you for coming in. This is the how-to guide on Biofield Practice. And again, the Biofield Practice is something that Sabrina Wallace, God bless her, started. It's been 5 months since I started doing the piloerection. I have been an energy worker for 30 years now, and had been trying to do some self-healing. And so when I got a hold of Miss Sabrina's one of her videos, um, within 10 minutes, she started doing the piloerection, and it started an activation within me that I am blessed to this day to say that it has changed my language, my world. And so I feel now compelled just to do piloerection. I get a little bit of laughter when I say piloerection, but I don't care because that's what it is. And I feel the need to, bring us all together in that energy, so that we can move forward and evolve as a human. I feel like I am a free range human now, and had been suppressed into becoming that which we are. And so many of us um, are here to tell you that we have been in that same position, trying to figure things out and move things along, trying to evolve, right? As a being, especially in the world today. Everything that we are seeing and doing has just been a little cray cray. I don't know about you, but I have been in this world for 60 years, and most of it spent thinking it's all backwards. And so, doing the energy work that I do and everything has definitely put me in a smaller position to be able to say, hey, this stuff is real. God has always shown me all my life that doesn't have to be the way it is. And so we are here to make that better. And so welcome, Lois. I just saw you come in. So I'm going to go ahead and get
Yeah.
started. Hello, hello.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just go through this, and then again, when we get down to like the part where it says get ready, I want to say first and foremost that before I even get started in any kind of energy work, I put everything and everyone that is in that work in a bubble. You're in my bubble of protection. That is the most important thing for me, because we have to realize what are we protecting from, because there are internal energies, external energies. Also, ooh, could you mute your mic for a second for me? Um, if you would, Lois, I think that was you because the other one is definitely muted. But yeah, just so we don't hear the background noise for a second, which thank you. And so, yeah, there are internal energies, external energies, things that come at us and we don't even realize, right? Until we're in that energetic, a lot of people call it empath, and, just being able to feel the energy around me. Well, what are you feeling? Most of it is feeling like it's intrusive, right? And that's because it is. I mean, when we feel the good love, we don't question it, right? When we feel like we're embraced and comforted, we don't question, some may, they're like, hey, wait a minute, this is going too good. But don't, because when you feel that intuitively, you're telling yourself and your spirit and your soul and everything around you, that you are accepted and you are comforted. But there are those, things that happen. You get those little hairs in the back of your neck. You might even go into a piloerection and don't even realize it because you get goosebumps all over your body. And that's what a pilo is, feeling your energy. That's called situational awareness. And so we all need to be in that intention and that frame of mind when we start doing any type of energy work, right? That we are there for the wellness. We are there for the healing. We are there for the, bringing everybody together in that love and that authentic intention is what we have to operate in all the time, 24/7, because this energy doesn't just happen when we decide to say, hey, I'm aware of this. What's going on? This energy is around us all the time. And so we have to be able to understand what is happening and why why is my body reacting this way? And again, because your body is part of your body. Inner, outer, all of it. The biofield is part of a body part that gives you those chills, that gives you that awareness, that gives you that, hey, caution. And even in the ringing in the ears, the higher that pitch gets for me, that's like, uh-oh, situational awareness is calling me, to my attention to something. So our body is constantly talking to us. We just need to start listening to it. I can't even have a meal without asking my body what it wants to eat. I literally have to go do inventory in the kitchen, even though I know what's in there, and ask my body, all right, which one of these things do you want? Because this is all your choices. And then we settle. And then I eat whatever the body says to eat. And usually knows what's best for me. So if that goes with everything, for me, it's being able to be in that protection all the time. So you're in my protection before we get started. So put yourself in your protection that you do, for yourself internally. And however that is, we all have our own method. And not one of them is wrong because it's just about the intention that we go into before we start anything. So the how-to on Biofield Practice, really, when we get down to the getting ready, also, I want you to start doing this stuff with me, okay? As I sit here and go through it, I'm also doing it, and we're also moving that energy. Again, you're already in my bubble. You may even already feel me. Even if you're listening to this in the recording, you are still going to feel this because it is energy. And that is how we are all connected. It doesn't matter where you are, how far away you are, as long as you are in this intention with us, you will feel it. So, what is the biofield and how is it a body part? Again, for me, being in the chakras, this is what I've been doing professionally for over 30 years, working and helping and healing my own, as well as helping others get comfortable and adjust to their own, and to help their own healings. And again, I've been trying to heal for a while. You have no idea how long I have been trying to heal, especially my body. But just the emotional things, because again, we're all damaged. We are all tortured. We are all abused. We are all have gone through some type of emotional stress. You know, because this world is just set up that way. Again, it's backwards. And so our biofield is if you, look at it in the manner that I have been instructed, it all starts with our chakras, knowing our internal self and who we are connected to and connecting our chakras to Mother Earth, seeing all of our chakras lit up and just expanding down into Mother Earth and up to the Great Spirit, and then just wrapping us in that, whew, that love and that comfort and that unconditional acceptance that we receive from Mother Earth and our Great Spirit, your Creator, whatever that is to you. Because again, the biofield doesn't care what your religion is. As long as you are accepting of your biofield as a body part, you will start seeing how it is interacting with you already. Intuitively, you've probably already been doing things to prepare yourself for these biofield practices. I know that's relevant. I mean, rather evident in a lot of the people that I have talked to, and for myself as well. And so the biofield is the energy that is interacting with your chakras. The chakras then go out and expand around your body, causing your aura, connecting to all the energy that is within the atmosphere around you, can extend. Some people say 6 feet. For this purpose of this energy practice, we're going to say 6 feet, but it can go out even further. It can go out as far as you want it to go out. I do a lot of astral Reiki. And so I send my energy out, doesn't matter where you are. I can connect to you. And plus, a lot of the healing that we do on the planet and beyond can all be brought into that energy field. So that is what your biofield is. Your biofield is what is external of your body, but it, comes in that connection to the internal part of your body, therefore connecting the conscious and subconscious, comes into that interacting field of energy that surrounds your living system. And again, that's the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual layers. And again, extending approximately 6 feet from your body. The piloerection that happens right now, you can take your hand, just take your right hand, put it over your left arm, and just do a real quick bristling over the hairs, right? You can start to feel that energy that's connecting from your muscles, and how your hair just starts to involuntarily almost just go up all by itself, right? You're getting that response to that nervous system. And so you can start feeling that on both sides of your arms, just start bristling that up, exchanging that energy back and forth. A lot of people actually go into crystals for the EMF protection as well, using tiger's eye, shungite, black tourmaline. Again, for me, it's the selenite crystals, the amethyst. We all have those crystals that we are connected to. And when you start feeling those crystals and holding those crystals, you actually start feeling their energy, and it will actually start you in that pilo as well, because that pilo is your energy connecting, coming up and saying, hey, I acknowledge you, I see you. And so you can also consider other crystals to have around, for whatever it is that you're connecting to. And then all of this brings about that situational awareness that we were talking about. Your biofield acts as the early warning signs against energetic intrusions. There you go. So you just be present, you feel and you see your inner eye until it becomes automatic. And then you can elongate and have that sense through your biofield. And you can carry that with you. What does elongate mean? Elongate means you want to hold. You want to hold that piloerection as long as you can. I actually hold it all night long because I go into sleep and I've been messed with while I'm sleeping. They mess with our dreams, they interfere. So I hold that erection. I tell myself before I go to sleep, piloerection, elongate, hold. And you're going to hold that energy all night long. And for those of you coming in, if you would just keep yourself on mute right now, we're just going through the getting ready to get into that action part of the situational awareness, and then getting ready to get into that pilo. And so that is situational awareness and brings that together. Again, you might have that ringing in your ears. If you have any kind of unexplained pain or sudden tingling or tapping on your head, or, you can just feel that piloerection all through your body. But then I want to go back to that ringing of the ears, because a lot of people have that issue where they have the ringing in the ears and they're like, what the heck is this? Do I have tendonitis? Um, for me, I've always heard the ringing in my ear. Can I just say, I don't know, I can't remember a time in my life that I didn't have the ringing in my ear, but I've also lived in that life of living in my energy. So for me, it's always been that, sense of awareness for me. When that pitch gets higher, then they're trying to talk to me. Something's trying to come in. And so I shield immediately when that, and it starts to bring it down, because it's, again, whatever's in your energy, your body is going to respond and react. So think about it. How else can my body respond and react and let me know what's coming on? Besides getting that gut feeling, the ringing in the ear, or that sudden piloerection. You might go into it instantly. And again, the things that you start doing to get into the biofield practice are just like, those tools that get you up into that consciousness that you can piloerection with just the thought. So we're going to get you to that point, but first let's just keep going to this point. So you want to go ahead and take those protocols. Again, bringing yourself into that protection, standing yourself with, feet parallel. Again, you're going to cultivate your own energy. And so when you go into that, warning system, or even just trying to heal your own body, you go into that piloerection instantly. So getting yourself, though, in that moment doesn't always happen for everyone as soon as they start doing it. And that's okay. Because if you're not having that energy feeling right away, just start, say, rejuvenate my biofield, and get yourself in that thought, in that vision of having that biofield extended around you. And if you know about your chakras, seeing it coming up and, expanding out and going into your chakra area, going, because all your body is a chakra. All your little atoms is their own individual chakra system. So when you get into all of that knowing and you see yourself all lit up, you see that biofield around you, you instantly go into the next step of going into the piloerection. Now, and again, if you're not having it right away, that's fine. There are times that, you have to just build the energy up around you. And again, you ask for that protection to keep you going and imagine that entire being in that protective bubble and keeping yourself in that. And then when you see yourself in a stance, and again, not everyone needs to stand up because I do work with a lot of people that are disabled and they cannot. And so a lot of their energy is just built up from their root chakra up. And that can happen whether you're laying down, sitting down, or if you can stand, God bless you, stand up and feel yourself, just in that energy, in that stance of being in your chakras, having that energy going down into Mother Earth, then having that energy come back up and around you and having that just flowing all around 3 layers deep into your energy. And then go ahead and take your arms. And again, do this while we're talking about it. Raise your arms up. And then from your hips to over your head, gather up that energy, the living waters of Christ up and around you as you bring in your hands up. And you can feel that energy as you pull your hands up around you. You may think it's just the breeze that you're catching, but I want you to feel that breeze that you're catching and bring it up and imagine it in that visionary energy just coming up around your head, right? And then I want you to go ahead and take your arms, gather up that energy all around the top of your head in a swirling fashion. And then direct that energy with your hands to that crown of your head and just feel the energy from your hands going into the crown and allow that energy now just to be felt, bringing it down over to your third eye. And again, the crown is the top of your head. And then that third eye is right there at the forehead. Bring that energy down and feel that energy coming into and around your third eye. Taking in a breath and then bringing it down into the throat. And then bring it down into the heart. And let's pay extra attention to landing on the heart here because your heart is where we send out that energy. And I can feel it already. I can just feel the warmth coming from my hands and my heart, creating a ball right there in front. You're just going to feel that now just going down into your solar plex, which is right below your belly button, and your sacral area right below that, your orange and your red chakra. And then just feel it moving up and down. Just take your hands up and down in front of you, feeling the energy now, just feeling it in the front, taking it down, feeling it down the spine, and then feeling it down through your legs and through the soles of your feet to the earth. And again, imagine that energy grounding you to the earth star. Feel from there, that energy and all those ley lines and everything grounding you into Mother Earth. Gather up that accumulated energy now from the ground back up to the soles and into the root, into the spine, into that spiral pattern. Now I love it too, because this is what Spirit gave me 10 years ago. It's called the living vortex. Just imagine all that energy swirling around you like a tornado. That's what a vortex really looks like. It's a spinning energy and you're just standing in the middle of it, taking all that loving, accepting energy from Mother Earth, and then gathering that back up and then filling that up into the heavens and then back down into you, and just let that energy slowly go back and forth from the heavens through your body then to Mother Earth. And then feel that a full loop 3 times, up and down, up and down. And then what is it she has here? That praying Ephesians, from the depths of the earth to above the highest heavens, and draw your energy to yourself. For there is one God, the Father of all, above all, through all of us and in all. Now, as far as your religion, again, Sabrina is very Christian, so am I. And so I just totally, immerse in her prayer. And so again, that brings us into that energetic energy. You can take now that circular energy in front of your heart, and you create an energy ball, right? Roughly the size of a bowling ball in between your hands. And I want you to expand that from your heart out and into your biofield. This is where 80% of your wellness lives, your immune system. So as you put up that energy into your biofield, we come into the protocol. And again, I have to go back and get that picture image, but I don't have the picture that completely explains the block, shock, shunt, shield. But the block is to hinder that passage, right? And it helps to block whatever intrusion is coming into your energy. And then you say shock, to strike with purpose, terror, horror, or disgust to the subject of an action, electrical discharge, or collide. And then what does that mean? For anything that is coming at you, from anywhere that it may be coming from, we are going to shock from our heart energy into wherever it's coming from and giving it back to them, shifting that energy. So that's where we come in with a shock, and then shunt to provide with or divert by means of electrical shunt, right? Okay, that's what the technical means. But we're shunting that energy, right? And turning it off and putting it off to one side and shifting it back, and then shielding to protect and create that protective cover. So for myself, and again, it's instantaneously when you go into that biofield energy of your chakras and everything, I've already been piloing since we started and took that energy up and through us and around us. We're already piloing. So now I just want you to like fluff up your energy, and then to yourself, just say the block, shock, shunt, shield. And then I love this one. The Lord rebuke thee. Amen. To get out of my biofield. It is not to be there. It is, she says it's the screw the middle finger raised in the air to whoever may be intruding into you. And again, people are like, well, what are they intruding into? And it comes into the whole field of what's really going on. Why are things so backwards? Why are things so technical in this world? But trust me, the things that are happening are not for us. They are against us. Everything is backwards because it's not designed for us. It is designed for other beings that are trying to control everything, and they've taken it into the AI and created those self-assembling biosensors that they are coming into now from within us. And so when we do the block, shock, shunt, shield, and we go into that piloerection, and we're amping up our own energy field, we're sending out those stem cells that go to where they are needed in our bodies, and they take them and they heal. And so whatever those biosensors, they're an intrusion. They're not made, I mean, yes, they are made out of our skin, tissue, and muscle. Trust me, it's a whole system that they've created and that they've implemented on society for, well, we can go into that. But those biosensors can actually be disabled. And that is the point of doing your biofield practice and getting into your own body and actually feeling where those things are at within us. Again, if you go over to Synergy over on Odyssey, Sabrina goes into a lot more detail. But for what we want to do with these workshops is just get you into the practice of doing your piloerection, getting your energy up and built up around you so that you can actually disable these biosensors. And again, a lot of people are like, "Well, you can." Well, I'm living proof that we are able to disable these biosensors. And so I can't tell. I go down through all of the things. It's less pain, less swelling. Triggers are gone. These biosensors control our thoughts, our actions. And again, I've been trying for 30 years and praying for 30 years for God to give me what I need to heal my body, because I've been on disability since 2006. I've been injured since 1996. And it just, progressively was getting worse and worse and worse. And so when I got this given to me by Angie, my sister said, you got to check out this video. This woman speaking your language. That piloerection is what knocked out whatever sensors I had left in me, still causing that swelling, still causing that pain. Um, I call my October 13th my new birthday because it changed my life. It changed my language. It changed the body. It changed my whole being. It like put me into a new phase of, okay, what do I get to do now? Because I can. I've been sitting here disabled and no longer do I feel that same pain and swelling. And so these biosensors can be disabled. The more we connect, the more we get into our biofield, and we can do this with each other. And I think that it's important that we do it with each other because, again, when we biofield with each other, or rather, when we pilot with each other, it amplifies it. As you can imagine, that kind of group activity is something that I want us to all get in. That's why I've opened up the free workshop on Tuesdays and Sundays, and you can keep coming back every time so that you can do this with us. And again, Sabrina goes into how you can do the solo exercises, and again, feeling your own biofield, feeling your energies between your hands. Those are all things that you can do. You hold your hands almost touching until you feel that space in between getting charged, right? And you can practice separating your hands as you go out and move them further apart from each other. And you can still feel that to the point where you extend your arms all the way out. You can still feel that energy between them because you're feeling your own energy. So this is just, a practice that you can do for yourself to get yourself in that energy of feeling your biofield. And so then you can also do table work. And again, this is something that you do with connecting your energies and taking it from the ankle to the knee, from the knee to the hip, and moving it all the way up. And you hold that space for healing to occur, right? And so you clear and you balance the chakras from head down towards the feet, sweeping that energy into a plasma vortex, because that's what we are. We are a living vortex, electric bodies. And so you can clear that out and then space it out and throw it out the windows, the doors. You're moving the energy away from you, right? You can also go into working with the crystals to help you because these are tools given to us. And again, tools turning the tools are crystals, turning fork, sound, the bowls, the bells. Your partner can also help you with this exercise. And again, putting your right hand down, left hand up. With your partner, you're sending and receiving that energy, and that holds the space for each other to be open with that biofield as well. You can practice and do the same with colors. And again, the colors are going to be the colors of your chakra because those are the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, the purple, the clear at the top of your crown. All of these colors are going to be things that you are drawn to. So if you're drawn to a certain color, go ahead and practice with that color for a while because that color, that chakra, is trying to talk to you and tell you something. You can do this in a group exercise also. And again, for us to be able to do this even on Zoom, we're able to do that. In a minute, we're going to come on video, or I'm going to come back on video, and we're going to start doing the pilo and moving that energy together. You also have ability to protect yourself when you're driving around in your car. I personally have always done this. I protect my car as well as those cars that are driving around me. Just praying for them and, blessing them and getting them to their destination safely. You keep that energy going. That intention is a constant, again, 24/7. We have to live in that intention. And again, you can also do that crystal grid energy work. We do that already as well. You can start with your house if you've never done it. You just put that energy grid from your, north, east, south, west, all four corners of wherever you live. You put that energy grid down. And you can do that also in a visual. I take 50-foot selenite crystal wands and I put them side by side, and they're huge. Excuse me. They're huge in their size because 50 feet, you're going to have 25 above ground, 25 below ground. Because again, this energy doesn't just come from the space around our head, it comes from the energy up beneath our feet as well. So 25 feet below, 25 feet above, and it comes up and creates a crystal barrier around your property. And you can do that no matter how big or small your property is. Even if you live in an apartment complex, you just do it. with that intention of healing and protecting all the energies around you. And then also you can take that crystal with each chakra, and you alternatively can use that crystal. Again, you're going to put something on your non-dominant hand to have that feeling with the crystal over your body. And again, crystals are a big thing for a lot of people, but for me, they're just something that you use in that as a tool because you're getting your consciousness to accept what your subconscious already knows. We've been here before. We've done this before. We feel this already. So we know. So you're just going to do what is drawn to you. And again, you're going to, have other things to consider here. And again, if you've not already connected to your chakras and know what your chakras are, please consider being that the first thing that you do. I believe that, and I've always said that chakras are the key to our foundation of who we are. And once we start connecting in those chakras, it turns on that internal GPS system and helps guide you and really show you some kind of clarity of what you're dealing with, where you're going, because you're not reading things from an emotional level, you're reading it from that energetic level. So the energy from the chakras is most important to me, and something that I have, incorporated in all I do. When I'm doing a reading, I do it through the chakras. When I'm, doing a healing, I go into the chakras because the chakras are what hold all the things that we go through. Some of them are very scarred. Some of them look very, just beat up to me. And some are, I can see what you can see. Some people see nothing. It's just black because they've never connected to their chakra before. But that doesn't mean that they're not there and they're not just waiting for you to connect. So I've got some videos over on my YouTube and over on my Odyssey and on my page that you can find to help you go through the process of connecting into your chakras, connecting and grounding, finding your happy place. And then, of course, the living vortex is up there as well. So if you are someone who knows about your chakras already, you can do that living vortex. And it really just brings up that energy and solidifies it around us. And it's something that I believe that we need to do. As a human being, we are born with this amazing energy system that we're not told about. In fact, it's been hidden. I've been called all kinds of things in my life because I've always seen auras. I've always seen the energy around people. I've always connected to the colors that they are emitting to know what they're going through and how they're feeling in those moments, because that's what your aura is. It's something that projects you, whatever you're going through in the moment. That's the biggest pusher for your chakras and your aura. And so then when you realize that aura is connected externally of you as well, and it expands out because you're an energetic being. So you're going to have that energy again, be able to extend out. You can see it for 6 feet for these practices, but once you start getting it and going, you're going to see that energy expanding out way beyond you and being able to go and connect with other people. And so again, you can go over to you know, see, you can go over to Odyssey. That's what it is. Odyssey to go see Sabrina's videos. She's amazing when she does that piloerection as well. And then she's got all the information on the rest of it as far as what it is that we're dealing with and how it is that they are manipulating and controlling from within. And again, a lot of people have different feelings and sayings about whether or not these things can be disabled or removed. But and again, I'm saying that the more that you piloerect, the more that your energy is sending out those stem cells, and it's going to remove things that don't belong. So yes, they can be disabled. Yes, they can be removed with doing no harm to your physical body because they are made out of your body. But again, just as we flush any kind of meds, we flush any kind of synthetics, we flush them out of our bodies. We do metal detox. We believe all these things are within us. So we need to believe that you can remove whatever doesn't belong. And these things do not belong. They do not belong. I cannot say it more intensely. They do not belong. They have been implanted, and they're controlling, and they cause illness and death. So, and again, other things to consider are here. And again, if you're not feeling it right away, that's okay. Practice, practice, practice. Come back here Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. I'll try and keep this one going. And then Sundays at 7 for sure, except for if there's a holiday, like there was a holiday this last Sunday, so we did not have the workshop. But every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time and Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Time, so that you can, do the piloerection and get into that energy of other people that are actually sitting here doing it with you. So again, practice, practice, practice is the biggest thing that we can do for ourselves. So I know that several of you were in here as we are going through the motion of where to put. Did you all do that as we were doing it? And can you block, shock, shunt, shield, and show me your biofield? You can unmute and answer. If you want to unmute now, go ahead.
Yes, I did.
Oh, good.
As soon as you said that, I almost couldn't believe how much energy I could feel on my arms.
Oh,
And I'm a second level Reiki person. I,
right?
like you, was disabled in 2004 and became Reiki and did everything. God put me on his dime. That's how
Yes.
I took my disability.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be alive without energy work. But it's
Right.
like I just can't believe that I didn't take it to this level.
Right. Well, did you know? I didn't know. Like I
No,
said,
when I saw Sabrina, I about fell out. And then
yeah.
I got goosebumps on my whole body. I'm like, oh, that's my biofield.
Yes.
Well, anyway, I appreciate you and Sabrina so much. It's
Yes.
such a blessing.
Oh, yes, I agree. And that's how I feel about Sabrina as well. Because again, anytime that, again, doing energy work, even starting off with the chakras, going into Reiki, each one of those things, right, changed our language on how we approached speaking about the energy field. And
One
so,
thing that I did have a problem with is returning to sender. Like I don't know why I felt like
because we've
I
been
couldn't.
trained not to. We are, Angie, what's the word? Because we've been abused and we have basically supported and defended our abusers. Um,
But that's been a big thing. When you said that, I like, oh wow. So I'm really
mhm.
gonna work on building it and then clearing it, and then I'm just gonna return to sender.
Yes.
But I'm gonna mute, and I just wanted to tell you I appreciate you, and
Oh,
I
thank you.
got my crystals all around me, and
Yay.
my
Well, good.
dogs are here too. So
Right, right. Well, keep it going because again, practice,
uh,
practice, practice. Keeping that biofield going is key to overcoming. And again, because we support our abusers and we've been forced to support our abusers. Is that not crazy?
I
Um,
know, wow.
so
But
we have
anyway, I'm
to.
gonna mute. Thank you,
Okay, no,
thank
thank
you.
you, thank you, and again, thank anyone and everyone for showing up and doing the biofield and doing the piloerection with us because again, that's going to make us stronger to be able to amplify each other and help each other keep that energy, elongate that energy. And I got to tell you, I'm so amazed because when I first started doing this in October, again, the lighting in here, I have hardly any, or rather, had hardly any hair on my arm because I've had 12 surgeries. And the more anesthetic, anesthesia they give you, the less your hair grows because it affects all kinds of things. It makes all kinds of things sleep. But I've got hairs standing on end. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. It's amazing. Because again, my hair is growing back. That's another bonus, I guess you can say. And
I
so,
wanted to tell you when you said that the whole screen, like on your arms, it
uh,
got all fuzzy. It was amazing. I
oh,
just saw the energy from here. Anyway,
awesome. Yes.
anyway, I'll mute again, but
No,
thank
no,
you so
please, you
much.
can come on and speak anytime you're moved to, because that's what it's about, is being able to have that energetic exchange, see that energetic exchange, and again, the hairs standing up, the goosebumps, That's the biofield. And again, we didn't even know. And again, a lot of people I talking to, they're like intuitively doing things just by acknowledging the biofield. I got my kids going, and my kids, they're, 30s and 40s. But I got them walking around saying, rejuvenate my biofield. That alone is starting to help them get in the mindset. It's just like with the chakras that God gave us, that I am connected, grounded, balanced, protected, and flowing in the love of the divine starts to put people in the, thought of their chakras and starts to align them, I am connected. That's connecting to, Mother Earth's great spirit, your chakras, getting it all connected. I'm grounded. I'm grounded in that Mother Earth and that spirit energy. And that energy is flowing through me. I'm balanced in it because balance is really what we seek. Because everything has been so off kilter, everything has been so backwards. Balanced and then protected. We are always protected whew, no matter what we've gone through in this reality. God's always been there. I've always been protected. It's always been, God kind of doing the little, nudge on me going, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. But look how we're going to come out over here. So that's been the biggest thing for me is seeing that in my life. That's why I have such faith because God's always been there for me. Because as I was seeing all kinds of crazy stuff when I was younger, and they were evil, and then again, being abused, that's evil. That, just going through it, knowing it's wrong. Um, and God always being the one over here going, it's okay. You're going to be okay. Because we are born into a world of sin. We are not born sinful. We are born into a world of sin. and we are here to just knock that out because trust me, I don't know. Again, a lot of people have different thoughts about their lives, but you've been here before. You've done this before. We try to and I always tell my sister Angie, um, I'm like, how many times do you think we got this far? To where we're actually getting together with people and piloerecting and seeing that energy flow and, being able to say, I have a biofield and I know how to use it, literally know how to use it though. It's like, what are we connecting to? What are we, what's going on out there? So just being able to be in that energy and have that felt, you're feeling your body and it's not the pain. You're feeling the rushes, you're feeling that connection. And it's a wonderful feeling. It's a, I, just, that I'm glad they call it piloerection because it really does, hype you up and get you going. And that's what it's supposed to do. And give you that healing, to be able to heal that energy within. Oh my goodness. Is such a shift in it. And it's a big thing for me. Because again, been trying to heal for years. And so it's instantaneously, and again, while we're sitting here and doing putting your hand just over your skin, feeling that energy, being able to feel that energy and connect to all those chakras and everything as we're doing that, we are healing our bodies. That energy, those stem cells that are being sent out, that energy that's being, amplified and sent out into that biofield with the acknowledgement from you to, again, your conscious to your subconscious. You're acknowledging that you can feel this energy around you. That gives you that situational awareness to be able to shield as needed. So anybody else, come on in, show me your biofield. Angie, Lois, have anything to say or ask? Now is the time. I know they're sitting there. I know Angie Pilos, Lois is feeling it. And CR, what is your first name? You can type it if you don't want to say it. Come on,
Oh,
man.
me? I'm Connie.
Connie. Okay. And thank you. I know you're feeling it. And again,
Oh,
the more
yeah.
we sit here and do it with each other, that's what it's all about.
I'm
Um,
like, when you're talking, I'm going, oh my gosh, like we're twins.
so many of us are because
Oh,
again,
yeah.
we are all going through everything. We're all
I mean,
dealing,
down to where my kid is now talking about biofield. And he never would have
right?
ever before. He's a paramedic, fireman, Marine. And
Ooh.
now he's like, oh, you're right. The biofield and tone healing. And I, well, praise God.
Right. Yes, because again, there are a lot of people in all these fields that know about the biofield. But I believe just as when I'm an army brat, right? I was raised up with my father constantly telling me, it's top secret. That's classified. You
I
don't,
was in the army,
oh my goodness. See, there you go. Another
another one.
synchronicities.
Yeah, I got poisoned, chemically exposed. That's how I ended up disabled.
Oh
So
my God. See, well, those exposures caused me all kinds of allergies.
all the bases you've been on were toxic.
Yes, everything and secret. A lot of my dad was a pilot for the army, and
Oh,
so
wow.
a lot of the bases that we were on were secret air. They were secret bases. No, they at the time, they were secret
Army
bases.
Airfield is where I was and got it there.
Oh wow. See, I went through most of my experiences in Fort
Okay.
Huachuca in Arizona.
I'll
Crazy.
email you some things, but oh, anyway, I'll mute
Yeah.
again because I can talk way too much.
No, it's good because again, so many people relate to each other because we've all been through it. Doesn't matter what religion, what color, what any male, it don't matter. You're on this planet.
Yeah, I
You've gone
think.
you've gone through it because this planet is
Oh, yeah, believe me. But I'll
backwards.
mute again. Thank you again.
Oh no, thank you. Yeah, for speaking of. And again, secret Air Forces base doing all kinds of secret testing. And this was back in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, from 68 to 72. And to come find out, they had electronic experiments, microwave experiments, holographic experiments going on back then. So, and again, the narratives that we're living are somebody else's narrative, and they go against our true natured self. And that's we don't even really know who we are, because everything that we've gone through on this planet is against our true natured selves. Except for the authentic people that you do meet, because again, it doesn't matter where you are, you're always going to have those angels, and you're always going to have those warriors for God that are trying to make it right. And I believe that's what we're doing. We're warriors here trying to make it right and reverse and turn everything from backwards to right side up, and restore what I want to say is heaven on earth because it was robbed. We were robbed. It was robbed from us. And again, it goes against our true nature self. We don't even know what our full potential is. We don't know who we are, because if it hadn't been for this and if it hadn't have been for that, and everyone's like, oh, you went through that just to see how strong you are. Trust me, I don't need to. I know. I know how strong I am, because I'm no longer going through those things and I'm even stronger. And so, but yeah, those things happen though because of what we're born into here. And what we're born into here has been, it's been a war and it continues to be a war. And most people don't even realize they have no idea. They're starting to catch on though. The biggest thing I think that helped people catch on was people talking about certain items or certain products or certain experiences, or just thinking about them and it showing up on their social media. That what people that blew them away when that started happening because it's like how is the and then you find out that they're inside. They're inside pushing all kinds of stuff. And it's not just about ad placements. It's about data storage. It's about don't even. Okay. So yeah, backwards. And so chakras are the key, the piloerection, practicing that, keeping that going. Do it all day long. I tell you, I feel like it's been a toy for me the last 5 months because I sit here every day and I'm like, okay, where can we do? I get any kind of little pain. I am instant piloerection, and then I do direct healing wherever that pain is, and it goes away. It's amazing because I have never been able to do that. And again, I am a Reiki master now for over 30 years. It was one of the first things that I started doing after I got into the chakras and everything and met my guru, and that was that. It's just been an amazing, amazing, amazing 30 years. And so, anybody else have any questions or anything? want to add?
I have no questions, but I just want to thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And, thank you for showing up. That's what people just need to show up. Once we start showing up, all kinds of things start happening. So thank you all for showing up and being here. And like I said, we're going to do this on Sunday as well. So if you can come on Sunday, come back as often as you can. I appreciate Miss Lois because she comes in here every time. And that is what I want to build. I want to build a safe place for everyone to come in and let's do this together because we amplify. When you see that Pilo, it amplifies, right? And so that's what we need to do. God, can you imagine what we can do when we come together knowing that that is going out and it's not a foo-foo. It's a real thing. So, so thank you guys for showing up. And that's what I like to say to everybody. Thank you all for showing up. And so, I do want to go, show you this other thing, just because a lot of people are like, don't understand what for me, what chakras are all about, really, what do auras look like. And it's just a little thing to give you a little bit of a visualization, to help you see what I see.
The following film shows the human energy field radiating outward from the body. It dynamically changes based on the physical conditions, the feeling states, the motivations of the person, in interaction with energy radiation from objects and living things. The existence of the human energy field, or the aura, was validated and studied by over 12 years of high-frequency recordings. This film shows the field not ordinarily seen, but now visible. Like all living things, this little dog has a sizable radiant field, even when he sits quietly. Notice now, as he greets his master, the obvious love and affection between them increases the dynamic radiation from their bodies, even the dog's tail and the man's head. No wonder so many people have pets who give them pleasure and provide a vital field of energy to interact with. Wherever there is motion in the universe, there is increased flow in the field that humans interact with. See the explosive activity from the waves and from his body. Also, the electromagnetic field of the body is negatively charged or ionized, as are waves or tumbling water, which further expands and heightens his field, giving a physical exuberance and emotional excitement. No wonder that a day at the beach is so exhilarating and vitalizing. We all love a babbling brook and the freshness of outdoor vegetation in mountains. Most of us believe that it is relaxation and beauty which refreshes us. From our research, we have discovered that living plants and rarefied atmosphere provide a richer field of negative ions, which heightens and replenishes our own energy field. Notice that the man's field becomes light in color and high in frequency. It sparkles and radiates some distance from his body. See that as the child moves into the mother's field, the affection between them changes the overall field to a pink color. Individuals' fields blend and enhance when there is a warm, caring relationship. These energy fields are the largest and the whitest that we have shown. She is oming. On the breath inhalation, the radiant field diminishes, and on exhalation, it expands and envelops the child. We have known for a long time that Gregorian chants, oming, humming, singing, and whistling create an energy which perks up emotions and brings an expanded consciousness.
And it does. Brings and expands our consciousness. Because our consciousness has been so bogged down. Our consciousness has been just one thing after the other. We're so busy dealing with what's right here. It's like one of those alien things. So much. We can't. And then we've been taught and brainwashed into thinking that anything that we don't see, touch, smell, feel, isn't real. I mean, to the point where people don't even believe evil is real. I mean, I got a lot of psychic friends and that are professionals, such as myself, and they send their clients to me that are dealing with anything that is a negative, of any kind of negative, because they just can't. They can't acknowledge that it's real. They think that that person has a mental problem. Are you kidding me? But anyway, I've always seen the energy around them, and I've always seen it as something that I need to remove. And so that's where I'm at. This needs to be removed, and it can be removed. And that's what I've been doing in my energetic work is going and clearing and removing those negative energies and then filling it up with that unconditional, authentic love. Because again, people have a misconception of even what love is, because what kind of love have they been shown? What examples do they have? Intuitively, a lot of us knew what we were going through was wrong, but most people took it inward and what's wrong with me? They thought they were wrong instead of what was happening to them was wrong. So, and they felt responsible because a lot of other people come up along and say, oh, well, you attracted that to yourself. What's wrong with you? What do you need to change about yourself? I'm sorry. I was never an evil abuser. I was never a cheater. I was never someone who didn't allow you to be yourself. And that got me in a lot of trouble because themselves just, didn't know how to control, and they were used and made to harm, made to destroy, made to divide. Sorry, that's what we've been dealing with. Users, cheaters, abusers. And so not who I am. So I don't believe that either. So a lot of mind flocks going on because you're being told it's you. I'm like, no, it's not your fault. You are being manipulated. You are under other people's narrative. It's not yours. We don't know who we are because of all those manipulations, right? And then why do those manipulations happen? So getting in touch with and knowing your biofield, seeing that's the kind of energy that I've seen all my life around people. Is that so I could not deny what my eyes were seeing. Plus, thank God for my sister, because she was like a confirmation for me because she saw it too. And so those people that were trying to tell us that we didn't see it, I didn't believe them. And so I grew up knowing that it was wrong, it was backwards, and no, I'm seeing this, you're not. Sorry, you're not. Sorry, you will. And, again, just living as that example of what it is that I wish to see, because that's the one thing that's always stuck with me. Be the change that you wish to see. Well, how can we be the change we wish to see when we don't even know what the change should be? So trying to change people's narrative, getting them to see that. And again, once you get into that energy of the chakras and the biofield, you receive that clarity. So do it. Just do it, as Mikey says. So anyway, that's all I got. You want to say something, Miss Angie?
No, I just giggled with you.
You giggled with me. Good. Okay, good. Because right?
Yes, yes.
This is my sister Angie, who was there with me, who, thank God for her. And I think I believe, how many times have I said, I would not come back down here without you.
Right?
We're in it together.
We're in it together.
Need help. Can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. We cannot. And so come in every day or on our Tuesdays and Sundays, but every day do your biofield practice. Every day get yourself going to where you feel in that energy. You got your situational awareness going. You're getting those stem cells sent out to your body. I mean, I almost did stem cell therapy until I saw the procedure. And at the time I had bad triggers, PTSD over hospitals and any kind of long needles. And so I just, and plus it's $150,000 not covered by insurance. So not an option for me, but then doing the piloerection and getting that biofield language going, stem cells, natural stem cells. because that's what your body does. Gives you what it needs. So continue that, come back and do the pilo with us. And, God bless you, for showing up and for wanting to know more and just, feeling it in your heart that there is always more and you're open to hear it. So unless anybody's got anything else to say, we're going to go ahead and end it. And we'll be back on Sunday.
Sing. Be
Sing.
sure to sing.
Oh,
Sing every
yeah.
day.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we could go out with
Praise
that too.
God.
I could show that. I got that queued up. This is again from my beautiful sister here. Let me get this shared. We'll go out with this and I'll just go ahead and hit end and leave after this. So we'll see you all on Sunday. And thank you. Thank you all for coming in and showing up and being here with us.
Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Angelia. Father God has put it on my heart to make this video asking that we all come together and project our heart fire while singing, humming, or listening to Formed Perfectly at specific times, which are 10 a.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, all praise to our Creator is glorious, no matter the voice, as we are all
We'll turn it up a little bit.
by Him.
Sure.
So please join me in singing Formed Perfectly. Yod ve hove, Yod ve hove, Yod ve hove. Yeshua, Yeshua, we lift our voice in praise. Yeshua, Yeshua, you've loved us all our days. You formed us perfectly, gave us abilities that nurture clarity, giving us all we need to keep us free from fallen Nephilim. Yod ve hove, Yod ve hove, Yod ve hove. Yeshua, Yeshua, angelic hosts proclaim. Yeshua, Yeshua, all powers in your name. We block shock, shunt, and shield using our biofield to bind our enemies, knowing you promised you would see us through and bring them to their knees. Yod ve hove, Yod ve hove, Yod ve hove. Yeshua, Yeshua, we praise your holy name. Yeshua, Yeshua, in you are souls retained. You taught us how to wield and use our biofield, given to one and all, that we may stand and fight with all your might and watch these giants fall. Yod ve hove, Yod ve hove, Yod ve hove.
Full body. Ooh,
Full body.
get bent.